Yeah, hi Gregor. I heard you courtside after the match saying you were quite nervous before. So even with all your experience playing a new tournament, is it like going on a first date? You get the butterflies.
Well,
in your
I've never been out here. I've never been out here, so now I can say that that barrier is broken. I guess it's it's for me it was just one of those new experiences that I think I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life, and I think I appreciate for the rest of my life. This is where I always wanted to be at, is among the top players, and also being able to come through in my first match is it's only positive.
Grigor, congratulations.
Thank you.
How much did your last match with him in Madrid come to your mind when you were preparing for this match?
To be honest, I didn't think that much about that last match against him. I thought about my last match against John in Paris. It was kind of the similar situation. I was like, not again, definitely not again. Whoever you play out here, it's just, it's gonna come down to the wire. It's simple as that. I feel like I played an okay match. I thought I could have done a few things different or better, but I think from now on it can get only better. And yeah, everything else, whatever comes across, it's as I said, it's on the upside for me, and I'm just gonna look forward to compete again.
Hi Grigor. It was quite a special win for you, but also a special win for Bulgarian tennis. How does it feel being the first player from the country in this event? And does it give you more extra pressure to perform?
Well, I think it's not only, you're right. It's not only big for me. I think it's for my whole country, for Bulgaria. It's great for me to show that everything is possible. You push the boundaries. Doesn't matter where you're from, and it's all up to you. Everything is in your hands, so you gotta. You basically, whatever you put in is what you get, and yeah, I think it's a very special moment for me, but I hope also for the country, and I think for the people to realize that it's whatever you put your mind into it. If you push those boundaries every day, if you work hard. Well, sky's the limit. I mean, you can dream every day, and I'm a dreamer, so yeah, I know at some point things would go my way, and I think lately things have been going good. If I'm here, it means that I'm doing something right.
Hi, you referenced you've given up some winning positions this season, but today you were able to come through. Do you think you're more resilient this season, maybe as a result of going through those experiences?
Yeah, I think so. I think every year you learn more about yourself, about the game, about the players. I've done also a lot of work on and off the court, and I think you're finally starting to kind of like come together. And I think the past 10 months I've been playing against super elite players, and I think also at some point was I was looking back to who I've lost my matches against and all that. So it has always been a quality players and like higher ranked players. So that's a good sign. Obviously, I'm trying to fulfill all the little gaps that I think I can do better on, and from now on, I think only the little thing will make a huge difference. So in order for me to do that, I need to. That's why I have my team around, and I think they're gonna help me figure, I think, the next step, because I always think there's a next step, and I wanna push myself.
Hi. The transition between being a young prospect a few years ago and now, I don't say almost a late bloomer, does it make? Is it over? I mean, you think now that you reach your best ranking, you've done what you expected, or you're still dreaming, as you say, to do much, much better or a little better?
hard to answer that question. No, I don't want to look at anything that way. For example, I mean, I appreciate your question. I think it's fair to say in my case, but everybody has a different path, different way. It's just simple as that. And what if I was like 22 and already reached out the number 6'5" in the world, then you wouldn't have asked me the same question, right? So, but what can I say? I think just sooner or later you realize things in life, whether it's tennis or whether it's life, whether it's the way you've been working or you do the stuff. So I think there's a lot of components that kind of come in together at some point, and you kind of, I think, make a decision. And I think my decision's been made since long time. It was just, I guess, like fighting with my demons to find the right, the right path to be consistent enough. But other than that, I wouldn't put anything that way. I think the best is yet to come. I'm super excited for what's ahead. I'm already looking for the next season. Getting excited also a little bit for the off season, which is not the most exciting time, but I'm getting excited, so I think that's a good sign, right? And yeah, I can only give 100% for myself, really. How the rest would unfold. Maybe I come back next year and I don't do it obviously as good, but what can I do? I'm not gonna. So it's not in the end of the world. I'll just get back at it and just keep trying till I reach out what I really want to reach out.
Grigor, what do you feel the main areas in your game that you need to improve to win this title?
I think overall you have to, your level has to be, even when you're not playing good, your level has to be strong enough. I think this is obviously one of the most important things, and I always consider myself as that aggressive player, and I always want to have that mindset. And I think this is one of the most important things, not only to win this event, but any event. Picture, for example, playing a slam and you're in the 5th set and you need to win 7 of those matches. I mean, this is where it all comes down to that aggressive mindset and, carry on through that positivity that you've kind of built up. There's just so many things that you need to be kind of completed in order to win any of those titles, and that's why we see how things are right now and who is winning them is because of that. They've been doing this for not 1, not 2, but for about 10 years already. So yeah, in order to beat them and bring them down, they're not going to give it to you. You have to go grab it.
Grigor, we have a young Chinese player here, and you have practiced with him a couple of times. I heard you even invited him for the off-season training in Monaco, so he must be quite good to get this invitation.
Yeah, he's hitting the ball well. Yeah, it was nice to see that. I mean, obviously lately I've seen a lot of, I think, younger kids coming to play, and I think a lot of them are pretty talented, hitting the ball strong already. How he's going to develop, I don't know. I cannot tell you, but I think he's striking the ball very well. I think he's dedicated. And as soon as he gets out on the court, I think he knows why he's out there, and I think that can easily separate you sometimes from a certain group. And I think if he does well, if he keeps it, I guess, together and healthy, I think he has a bright future.
Hi, Grigor. Likelihood is, most people would suggest you play Nadal next. I wonder if you could just talk to me about that challenge and whether you think that's the biggest challenge in the game right now.
I think there's still a match to be played. Who I'm going to play, we don't know. I think both of the guys are, obviously Rafa's number 1, finished year number 1, a lot of confidence behind. But in the same time, David has been having a tremendous end of the season. I think also built up a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum. So I think it's going to be an interesting match. And I mean, I have zero preference who I'm going to play. I'm here to compete, and that's all I'm going to look after to. The rest doesn't really matter to me right now.
Григор Черешев, Българско национално радио. Григор, честита
Мерси.
първа победа. Вчера Роджер Федерер каза, че всеки първи матч е труден. Показа го и ти. Днес всъщност и цялата година матчовете ти с Доминик Тим са трудни. Кое направи този матч толкова труден за теб?
Според мен много неща. Не искам да кажа, че беше, мисля, че беше по-труден от може би психическа гледна точка, защото беше все пак за първи път играя на този корт, за първи път съм на Мастерс. Но всичко си беше както и преди. В смисъл не мога да... Знаех какво да очаквам така иначе от Доминик. И трябваше наистина да използвам много от моментите, в които имах шанс да не само да затворя матча, но да, когато имах примерно брейкпоинт и такова, може дори още по-добре. Но мисля, че като за начало не е зле, да се призная честно, като за начало с всеки изминал гейм се чувствам по-добре и да се надявам, че чувствам се от сега нататък може да е само по-добре.
В втория сет ти изчезна първия сервис. На какво се дължи според теб?
Някой път загубваш ритъма, това е. Не мога просто, защото съм загубил ритъма да спра да играя, така че винаги трябва да намериш правилния момент и знаех, че дори да не е втория се, знаех, че третия ще имам момент, в който мога да използвам цялата ситуация, наистина както стана при три равни. Използвах този момент и се получи, така че това е агресивната игра, се отплаща.
Имаме две български поговорки. Денят се познава от сутринта, а другата е пилците се борят на есен. Ти на коя вярваш повече?
Не знам, и двете, имам чувство, и двете са валидни в момента.
Преди малко каза, че си мечтател. Една от мечтите ти беше да играеш на финалите в Лондон и изпълни. Каза, че си дошъл не само да участваш, а да спечели първа победа. Коя е следващата ти мечта?
Толкова... Хубавото нещо в тенис е, че имаш всяка седмица, имаш възможност да играеш, имаш възможност да печелиш и да се поправиш. Това е от смисъл. Всеки, който играе тенис, го знае това нещо, което ти носи голям плюс и още по-голямо желание да се подобряваш. Казал съм го преди, казвам го и сега. Наистина, титул от големия шлем ще означава сигурно всичко за мен, така е. Всичко трябва да поред на нещата. Не мога да пропускам тук още така, примерно някои мачове, които не трябва да губя, или мачове, в които имам възможност. Просто, както казах, за да спечелиш тези мачове, тези турнири, се изисква съвсем малко още, но това малко е толкова много, че трябва да се надгражда със всеки изминал ден. Това мисля, че го правя по-добре от някои играчи, дори в момента. Винаги съм знал, че колкото повече работа вкарам, толкова повече ми се отплаща. И тенис е един от тези спортове, които наистина каквото да вложиш, това и получаваш. И за момента не само аз, целият ми отбор и семейство ми, всички сме просто адски сплотени и гледаме наистина само как да се подобряваме и само гледаме от нашата страна на нещата, защото наистина ако почнеш да гледаш други неща, ако почнеш да следваш други примери, не се получават нещата.
Каза, че вече мисли за следващия сезон. Имаш ли поставени цели и още повече с оглед на това, че може би ще завършиш годината в топ 4, дано и в топ 3 дори?
Стъпка по стъпка. Вълнувам се другия сезон, защото наистина има още един месец и половина преди пак да започне, което е наистина по-различно, но за момента не сме седнали с отбора да говорим за конкретни цели. Винаги това става по време на оф-сезона, когато всички седнем заедно и си кажем, другата година до това време това нещо трябва да правим. Или тези турнири трябва да играем въобще. Има време до това, но както казах преди това, имаме тук още да играем, да се надяваме и Да, подготовката в сезона ще е също много важна.
Поздравления за днешната игра и благодаря за приятните емоции, които изживяхме в този матч. Предполагам, след днешния двубой ставаш все по-голям мечтател. Чувстваш ли се фаворит след успеха за излизане от групата и за участие в събота?
Знам едно, че със всеки един матч се подобряваш. Сега не искам да мисля за какво ще е събота или неделя или каквото, защото все пак матч не си прилича така иначе, но да, матч срещу който игра в сряда, също е много важен матч за мен. Всеки един матч тук е важен. Няма значение в каква фаза съм. Искам просто да излезна да изигра по-добър матч, защото знам, че ако го направя това, с всеки един матч нещата стават по-добре.
Честита победа.
Мерси.
Какво беше усещането, като излизаше на корта при тази атмосфера, светлинните ефекти, излизането като рок звезда?
Да, беше много готино. Толкова много българи. Знамената бяха днеска, между това. Не съм виждал толкова големи български знамена. Не си спомням, когато съм виждал за последък толкова много. Не, наистина беше много уникална атмосфера. Излизането на кората беше, не знам, някак си все едно, че съм бил там преди. Така се чувствах. И тези моменти са толкова важни. Трябва просто да ги приемеш, да се усмихнеш. И да се ощипиш, да кажеш, да, тук съм да играя. И нямаш голям избор, така иначе вече излизаш към корта, така иначе нямаш голям избор, но да, особено след първия сет, като че ли малко повече трябваше да се отпусна. Наистина бях нервен дори малко към края на матча, лечеше си, но пак казах, мисля, че физически и психически бях добре, дори след този брейк, който беше при 5-4. Можех само да избера в коя посока исках да отида. Избрах добрата днес, така че... Мерси много.